Hey Reddit, I need some advice because I'm feeling pretty lost right now. I, 24F, have been dating my boyfriend, Nick, 26M, for a little over 2 years now. For most of our relationship, everything has been great. He's funny, caring, and we've always had a lot of fun together. But lately, things have started to feel off, and I don't know what to do. It all started a few months ago. Nick used to be super affectionate and always made time for us, even when he was busy with work. He's a graphic designer, and sometimes his projects can be demanding, but he was always good about balancing everything. We'd go on regular date nights, binge watch shows together, and just enjoy each other's company. But recently, it feels like he's pulling away. At first, I thought he was just stressed out with work. He started coming home later and saying he was too tired to hang out or go out like we used to. When I'd ask if he wanted to watch a movie or just cuddle, he'd say he was too tired or not in the mood. I get that everyone needs space sometimes, but this started happening a lot, like almost every night. I tried not to take it personally, but it's hard when someone you love suddenly stops being as engaged in the relationship. I asked him if everything was okay, and he always brushed it off, saying things like, "It's just work stuff, nothing to worry about." But it wasn't just the late nights or the lack of affection that worried me. Nick started spending more time on his phone, and he'd be super secretive about it. Before, he'd use his phone around me without a second thought. But now, he's always hiding the screen when I walk into the room. I even caught him taking his phone to the bathroom, which he never used to do. When I asked about it, he just shrugged and said, "I'm reading something." The secrecy is making me paranoid. I trust Nick, I really do, but this change in behavior is hard to ignore. Part of me wonders if there's someone else, but I feel awful even thinking that way. We've never had trust issues before, so why now? I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it's eating away at me. Last weekend, I tried to have a serious conversation with him about how I was feeling. I told him I felt like we've been distant lately and that I missed how things used to be. He listened, but instead of reassuring me or opening up, he got defensive. He said, "You're overthinking things. I'm just busy. Not everything is about us." It hurt because it made me feel like I was the problem for even bringing it up. Since then, things have been awkward. He's still distant, and now I'm walking on eggshells, not wanting to bring it up again and cause another fight. I don't know how to approach this without making him feel like I'm accusing him of something, but I also don't want to ignore my feelings. Something's off, and I need to know what's going on. Has anyone else been in a situation like this? How do I talk to him without making things worse? Am I really just overthinking this, or is there something deeper going on that I'm not seeing? Update. Thanks to everyone who commented on my original post. I got a lot of really helpful advice, and after reading through the comments, I decided that I needed to have another conversation with Nick, but this time, I approached it a little differently. Instead of waiting for the right moment to bring it up, which never seemed to come, I sat him down after dinner a couple of nights ago and calmly told him how his behavior was affecting me. I didn't accuse him of anything or say that he was doing something wrong. I just explained that I've been feeling distant from him lately and that I'm worried about our relationship. I also asked him if there was anything going on that he wasn't telling me because I wanted to understand how we could fix things together. To my surprise, Nick didn't get defensive this time. He actually listened. After a long silence, he admitted that he's been struggling with some personal stuff lately. He said he's been feeling really overwhelmed at work, but that's not the only thing bothering him. Apparently, he's been dealing with some anxiety and hasn't known how to talk to me about it. He said he didn't want to worry me or seem weak, so he's been bottling everything up, which is why he's been so distant. Hearing that broke my heart. I never would have guessed that he was going through something like that. I reassured him that I'm here for him, no matter what, and that I'd rather he tell me what's going on than shut me out. He seemed relieved, like a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. We're not completely back to normal yet, but things are getting better. Nick's been making more of an effort to open up, and I've been trying to be more patient and understanding. We've even planned a weekend getaway to take a break from everything and focus on reconnecting. I'm hopeful that we'll get through this together. Thanks again to everyone who encouraged me to have that tough conversation. It wasn't easy, but it was definitely worth it.